everybody. So I recently just finished reading this book. It's called Girl Gets Ring. It's about going from single to being engaged and the phases in between and all that. So I actually wrote out a list of what I needed to talk about because there's so many details in this book and I wanted to make sure I got everything in. So yeah, I just want to give a quick review. So I'm going to jump right in. First of all, the authors, Jonathan and T-Dub. Amazing job. First of all, Jonathan, because they co-wrote the book, Jonathan's stuff is in black ink and T-Dub stuff is in blue. And the way they write together is just beautiful. I mean, it flows so well. I didn't feel like it was choppy at all. It was great writing. Okay, so there are 6 phases from going from single to engaged. And phase 1 is, of course, singledom. And that is basically being single and finding out who you are, what you want, what are your dreams, your aspirations. And I love the way they use storytelling in this book. And it talked about the incomplete Irene and how, she looked for love in other people and she was never happy. And then they talked about the complete Kathy who found love in herself and her dreams and her journey. So I thought that was really cool. And also something else that was really cool, it happens all throughout the book. After each section, there's homework and you can answer the questions or read the kind of exercises they give you, and it really helps you kind of evaluate yourself and what you want and what you need to do next. So yeah, that's phase 1. Phase 2 is looking for love. The main thing that stuck out in this phase for me was the jerk-proof jacket. Like how to decide which guy to pick, how to cipher through all the jerks and all the bad guys. And I just thought that was great. And later on in the phase, it talks about attraction and looks and what guys look for and everything. So yeah, and I thought that was pretty great. Oh, it also talked about man repellents. And I thought that was great because there's some things that I do and I didn't know it was a man repellent. So that was pretty awesome. So yeah, that's phase 2. So phase 3 is the first contact. So you're single, you're looking, and now there's first contact with someone. And I really liked how they talked about like the core elements of attraction and making it last. And they talked about, how men are attracted to women with passion, with strength, and self-confidence, honestly. And that's something that I've always struggled with. So I really enjoyed reading about that. And I really, like, everything they said just rung true to me. Like, if you are self-confident and you have all this passion and strength to you, men are going to want to be around that. It makes total sense. But phase 3 is really about picking the right guy. Okay, so phase 4. After first contact, now you're at phase 4. It's dating. This was really helpful. It talked about, the first dates and what to do, what not to do, kind of how to help out the situation if it gets awkward. And it talked about, what men find attractive, what they find sexy. And one of the things I loved about it is they talked about intelligence being sexy because it is, honestly. I believe it for sure. Especially in this day and age, like being educated and being intelligent is attractive. People want to be around other people like that. So yeah, I thought that was great. It talked about how to keep him dating you. And of course it talked about the big one, sex, because dating and sex, that kind of goes hand in hand. So so they talked about that in phase 4. So then we get to phase 5, and that is becoming the girlfriend. Basically it's the guy, and I loved how it talked about how you can't change him. I am in a long-term relationship right now, and I kind of nag a lot sometimes. I'm trying to stop. I really am. And I'll try to convince my boyfriend to think exactly like I do, to change his way and to think like me. And it kind of like put me in check, because it was talking about how you can't change him. So that was really cool to read about. And it also talked about communication. Any relationship, no matter how attracted you are to each other or how much you have in common, if you do not communicate, it's going to fall apart eventually. So that was great, reading about the communication, and I saw ways that I could improve communication with my boyfriend. So that was phase 5. Now we have phase 6, which is the big one, going from the girlfriend to the fiance, getting the ring. It talked about space, and that was hard for me to read about because I'm so bad at it. Like, I've read the other books that they have in Meet Your Sweet, and they always talk about giving the guy space, and I'm just like, I'm not good at it, but I am working on it, and it makes sense why they need space. It talked about how to speak so he'll listen, and then it talked about using your kiss. Not just like your kiss, I'm talking about your KISS. I don't want to give it away, but it was really cool how they use that to help you out. So yeah, and it talked about accepting him and letting him know you accept him, and ultimately, getting the ring. That's the whole process of this book anyway. So yeah, those are the 6 phases. And something else that was so amazing was at the end, they have all of these extras, and I mean so much bonus material. And I can't really mention all of them because there's so much, but a couple that I liked was The Nature of Nagging, which for obvious reasons, what I talked about earlier, I'm just trying to improve on that. And then the Loss of Passion, because I am in a long-term relationship and I just really feel like I needed to read that and to kind of work on that. But yeah, so those are the 6 phases and the extras. Girl Gets Ring is an amazing book. And I don't think, I mean, even if you're single, if you're dating, if you're engaged, like I feel like this is a book for everyone. So yeah, I would recommend it to everyone. All right, well, that's all I have to say. So thanks for watching.